Where I am now, better than before. Those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now. I'm in a special place. I tell you what you praise. Where I
It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 Studio, WMBA 88.9 Studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com, or you can go to 1400 AM or 1350 AM, and you can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Just welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, and WMVA 88.9 Joy.
Facebook Live is already on and popping. Let's welcome LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Go to our pages. Go to Crystal Records One on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and follow us. We will appreciate you always.
And shout you out.
Mr. E is Fun Friday. And guess what? It don't feel like Friday to me.
What?
You know I've been on my staycation. I'm back. I need to be recalibrated. I'm like, it feels like a Wednesday or something. But it's Fun Friday, and it's my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday to my beautiful second born, only daughter, Crystal. We love you. Happy birthday.
Can I sing to him?
If you want to.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
It's their birthday, just like you call bird. Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. E. Yes, just excited. We're going to celebrate later on this evening. She's a beautiful young lady, and I'm just so proud to be her mommy. So listen, if you all know my beautiful daughter, Crystal, make sure you go online and say happy birthday to her and shout her out.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, so Mr. E is Fun Friday. It's our segment, What's in Your Closet? Issues concerning us women.
Well,
You know, the women are on the move, on the ball, coming up, ruling, and they ruling. I'm talking about ruling. And when I say ruling, I have a few people in mind. Those are those judges. Those judges that's on the field. Ooh, our ladies that's in Congress, in the Senate, our ladies that's in the schools, our ladies that's home, our ladies. I'm just so proud to be amongst our ladies.
And I want to say congratulations to all the ladies that that's doing what they do, and and listen, keep on doing what you do.
I'm so excited. I'm celebrating today not only my daughter's birthday, but I have been approved for the Department of Agriculture, my license for my
Congratulations!
business,
Oh,
my business. I'm like, oh my God, this is just a great step up for me, and I'm just excited and very
that's
pleased.
right. You can congratulate yourself, and remember this day when every time your daughter's birthday come around, all you got to say, I got approved.
I got approved. But
Yeah,
look, it's our segment. But what we're going to do, Missy, we're going to do part two. On Wednesday, we talked about our children going back to school. Right now, we want to congratulate all you all that are in school, whether you're in preschool, kindergarten, high school, middle school, college. Congratulate you and congratulate yourself for going back and furthering your
yeah,
education.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Congratulations to you.
That's a great thing. And so we're going to talk about back to school healthy and strong.
You know, Miss Hinton, when you begin to talk about back to school healthy and strong, not only does that deal with the physical, not only does that deal with the,
Yes.
get plenty of rest, but it also deals with mental.
Absolutely. Mental health, that is so important. And Missy, I wanted to say this as we talked about this segment, I thought about the fact that children have certain needs. And, there was a time when it was a thing that was said amongst, our mothers and mothers, about children should be seen and not
And not
heard.
heard. Yeah,
And I thought that was the craziest thing because I think it's key in children being able to express who they are, what they are, and their opinion. And I'm not talking about being grown or
okay,
sassy.
okay.
I'm talking about the fact that they need to have a voice because so many things come up in school and in environments they're in, like after school sports or after school programs, playgrounds, wherever they are. They need to tell things that go on in their lives. They need to express how they feel about things and they need to have a voice. You cannot shut kids down and think it's going to be healthy for them.
That's right, Miss Hinton. You don't know, children need to voice their opinion. You need to tell somebody what's going on with them and the things
Yes,
that they're going through. But like the old folks said, there's a time for women to do it and a time not just butting in the grown folks' conversation. So there must be a time that they set that time aside
okay,
just
Seth.
to hear what the children has to say. You know,
Yeah, that's fine and good. But in my mind, as I think about healthy and strong, and some of the things that we're going to cover, it would be less problems with abuse or molestation with trafficking if we would teach our children how to speak up.
that's
And
right. That's right.
we're coming up on our anti-bullying month in October, and there are a lot of children that are being bullied everywhere. Bullying is everywhere. It's right underneath your nose. And because they don't think they have a voice or somebody has shut down their voice, they don't speak up. And so when I think about, a child having the right to speak, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of making sure you give that child a right to tell you something's not right, something's going on. Somebody has messed with me. Somebody has touched me. Somebody's bullying me. Something is going on in the school. I need you to know. But if we tell children to shut your mouth, don't talk, you don't have no right to say your opinion, then that's why we got so many issues in the lives of children now.
And you're right, Jacinta, because they bottling all that stuff in and it causes them to have mental health matters.
Yes,
Often unseen and untreated, child and adolescent mental health challenges can significantly impact the ability to learn and develop. One in five children has been diagnosable mental, emotional, or behavior disorder. Yet many of them do not receive the help they need.
absolutely. We want to talk about promoting a healthy, school year and giving kids again the power to be able to express themselves. One of the things that we we see is, well, it says the return to school can be a stressful time,
That's right.
whether it's a child's first day of kindergarten, a transition to middle school or high school, or just the end of the freedoms of summer. It is normal for children to feel anxious about these changes. And these are some of the ways you can help them from worrying. And one, just like I mentioned, is communicate.
Communication. That's right.
Encourage your child to express their feelings about going back to school. Acknowledge their fears, make them feel understood, and reassure them that it's perfectly normal to feel anxious about these changes. Again, sometimes we look at children and one thing we feel like children don't see nothing, they don't hear nothing, they just this little lump of clay.
Yeah.
They see everything, they hear everything, they're watching you, they see how you act.
That's right.
And they are learning from what they see and hear. And so we want to make sure that you don't look at a child as though he doesn't have emotions, feelings, cares, fear, anxiousness. We just think they're just a little lump of clay just running down, having fun, doing what we ask. Okay, go to bed, come get dinner. They're more than that. They have a little spirit, they have a little soul, and they have emotions, and those things should be addressed.
Miss Hinton, when you begin to talk about the children and promoting the healthy transition, it's one of the things that sticks out, like you said, is communication. Learn how parents learn how to sit down, set a good time that you can dialogue with that child. Let that child come in and be forceful and let you know what's going on in the school. One of the things that we're dealing with is children holding stuff back.
Yeah.
They don't want to tell you what's going on and how. I applaud a lot of people when their child can almost will tell you everything that they're going through, everything that they have to experience, and not holding anything back. So when you encourage your child that expressing their feeling is an important thing, especially when they're going back to school, especially when they're walking up and down the highways and byways. You want your child to be able to come and talk to you about anything and any matter whatsoever. Another thing they said about—
But I wanted to get back to communication, Mr. E, because that's how bullying breeds. When a child is told, I'm going to do this, they threaten. If you tell somebody, they suffer in silence. They don't know how to speak out. They don't know who to tell, and that should never be. A child should always be able to say, "Look, there's a problem. Somebody's taking my money every day, mom, dad." But instead, they are, they don't feel really secure enough or safe enough to even tell parents what's going on.
That's right, because they listen to the outer man, that outside man that has more authority on them. If you tell somebody, you're gonna get beat up. Snitches get stitches. If you go and talk to somebody about what's going on, because they realize these bullies know, these folks outside your home know that you cannot protect your child 24/7. They got to be away from you sometime, some part of the day or the evening. So you cannot.
Well, even within the home, it should be a place where a child can express what's going on. Again, we cannot look at children and say, well, they're just a little lump of clay. These children go to school, they're anxious. Some of them don't know how to manipulate and maneuver among a lot of people. Some of them have been in the home under mama the whole time. They have to go now into a new environment.
Yeah.
My daughter's, she's a counselor at a school, and the new ones come in and they cry. So I want mommy, mommy, mom. They come with the anxieties and the fears and the separation, the separation anxiety. And they adjust, but we have to make sure that the environment, is patient enough and have enough tools that you can make sure kids begin to be more comfortable comfortable in school and that they can get the things they need in order to be healthy and strong. The school should have programs and all kinds of things that will help a child adjust.
And not holding anything back. Let that child be able to feel comfortable where they won't hide nothing, where they won't hold anything back, that they'll be able to communicate with you and to tell you what's going on.
Absolutely. Now, you can also create routines. This is key. A consistent routine fosters a sense of security in children. Establishing a regular sleep schedule, eating healthy meals, and setting aside time for homework and relaxation can help children adjust to the rhythm of the school year. Now,
Yeah,
after a long summer, and I think about my grandson, he had a wonderful summer, but all of a sudden now it's back to the basics, it's
that's
back
right.
to the job, it's back to a routine. And so a child being able to, get a good night's sleep so they can get up and do their work in school and enjoy school is key. Eating healthy. Don't you know, Mr. E, sometimes kids don't have anything at home
That's
to
right.
eat and
That's
they
right.
come to school
That's
hungry.
right. And that's why they had that meal program going on at all the schools where a child can eat even if they don't have
Yes,
the finances. You know,
absolutely.
here's another one. Make preparation, make advanced preparation. If possible, attend any scheduled school
Oh,
orientation,
yes.
meeting the teacher, locate the classroom, and become familiar with the school layout that can help the child feel more confident on the first day of school. Treasure went to Booker T for the first time,
Mhm.
and she wasn't used to exchanging classes. She didn't know anything about even and odd days, because hey, she didn't get it in the school that she was in. And she was having one of the hardest
Yes.
time knowing which class is even and knowing what
Yes.
class to go to on the even day and what class to go to on the odd day. She said she stopped and asked several teachers. She said she found herself all the way around the other side of the building. And when she talked to her mom about it or talked to me about it, she said, I'm learning.
Yes, it is key that you prepare. So they have open house. They have where you can meet the teachers. My grandson met his teacher on yesterday. It eases their anxiety because they don't know who they're going to be dealing with. And these teachers are a lot of times total strangers
That's
to them.
right.
So
That's right.
you have a child in
They
school
got to build a relationship. Yeah.
that has to go in and get instructions and uh, get disciplined by somebody they don't know, and it's like, wow. So, making sure you go to open house, making sure your kids get a tour of the school, making sure they know the schedule is key, making sure they have what they need. And not only that, teachers, staff, principals, you all should make yourself available to parents and children so they can find out who you are and what kind of team this
That's right.
is. It's key that schools have a good team and that everybody's on the same page.
And that's wonderful, Miss Hinton. That's some good talk right there to make sure that everybody is on the same page. The teachers and
Yes,
then they'll know, Mom, what's your opinion on my teacher? Because you went to the open house or you went to the orientation and you met the teacher, so you get a full understanding of. You have dialogue with the teacher, and so when your child comes to you, they can't pull the wool over your eyes about the teacher that they could be dealing with. Oh, she don't like me because she didn't like you at that first,
yes,
at your orientation. So let's cut that out. So because we want to have our children have a healthy and also a mind
absolutely.
free, so they won't have that mental illness, mental block.
Absolutely. Staff, security, principal, the nurse, and programs, everything should be in place. Even when it comes to bus drivers,
That's
Lord
right.
have
That's
mercy,
right.
know who, you all are hiring, their demeanor, because sometimes, bus drivers and students, that's not a good mix. Sometimes it can really go bad. And so it's key that all the adults and all staff should work together to make this a healthy environment for children.
That's right. And teachers and staff, please do not treat children the same as somebody else. One of the things that we have to deal with is because we got so many children in these classrooms that everybody is different. You know, establish teachers,
Yes.
establish a place where place where you and that child can know who's different. They different than somebody else. You know, because a lot of people saying she treat me just like she treats somebody else. You know,
Yes.
and I know that there's 25 kids in one classroom, and the teachers having one of the hardest time. But know who labels amongst you.
Well, I tell you what, schools are crucial, partners in supporting students' mental health. And some ways that educators can help is to spot the signs. Regular training sessions for teachers on how to recognize the signs of mental health concerns in students are vital.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Knowledge of how to respond in such situations can ensure that children receive the help that they deserve. Now, remember, teachers and staff. Children come with a lot of things going on in their environment outside of the school. But you're going to have to be well trained in order to pick up on when a child is hungry, when a
That's
child
right.
is being bullied, or when a child is full of anxiety and fear. And when a child is being hurt or abused in the home, when a child is not responding to the classroom environment where the head is down all the time. We put our children in your care.
That's right.
You are responsible for making sure that child gets its needs met and making sure that you recognize when things are not quite right.
That's right. And and learn. And this is a thing that you got to build a relationship with that child.
Yes,
So when you go to approach that child, you're going to approach it in a way that they can comprehend, they can understand, and not be on
absolutely.
defense, and want to say she don't like me, don't want to say that I'm gonna fight her, she's hate me, and also with the parent. Be able to build a great relationship
Yes.
with the parent.
Absolutely. Create a safe space. Every child deserves a nurturing school environment where they feel safe to explore and express their feelings. Schools can also promote this by establishing safe, caring spaces where students feel comfortable reaching out about their mental health without fear of judgment.
That's right.
And it says to integrate mental health into a curriculum. Incorporating mental health education into the curriculum is a powerful strategy to reduce the prejudice and discrimination associated with mental health and substance use conditions. If we look at the news, there are a lot of things going on in the
Yeah,
schools at
yeah.
this time. And, the elephant in the room right now is the issues with the LGBTQ community among kids and things like that. And so, they're addressing these concerns and stuff, but it's not as favorable for kids that feel like they fit in that category. And so, parents and administrators and guide people in Congress and stuff, they're fighting
Yeah, yeah.
within the schools about these things like that. But we have to look out for every child, regardless of what they identify as. They still are children. They're still students. And if they have special needs, then we should have things there for them, tools in place to help them to adjust whatever they identify as.
And Ms. Hinton, there are some information out there for the children, for the results centers where you
Yes,
can call on, and the Department of Health and Human Services offer a wealth of resources for parents, teachers, and students alike. There are parent and caregiver and youth mental health resources. A
yes,
collective resource on parenting and address mental health needs for young people. We got to really pay
yes,
close attention to all of these things that we are encounter. You got to know
yes,
what it is when somebody has mental health, when they have some
yes.
issues, when things are not going right in their homes,
Mhm.
when they're being bullied. There's early childhood mental health programs. They hear you, campaign, and they got Stop the Bullying Government.
Yes.
Government, that where
Yeah,
you can,
that's right.
yeah, where you can go get the information. Here's the thing that you got to understand. There are resources out there. There are places that you can
Yes.
find and to see and to where you can get help to recognize these issues.
Yes.
Why is he like that? Why he keep picking on that girl? A lot of teachers say it's just child play. Really, really, it's not just child play. Oh, he just like her, so he picks on her. Look, look, look. The liking done got too far out
Yes.
of hand, so something has to happen. Teachers continue to build a relationship with parents so that you can sit down and dialogue and talk to them. Make team meetings, make teachers meeting. Parents, make teachers meeting. Go out there and sit down and inquire about how Johnny is doing. Don't wait till the report card day and when she write all the information down as
Yes.
result as remarks on your child. My child ain't like that. Go out there. Be a parent that goes out there that shows that you care and that you want to help your child as they travel.
Absolutely. So since we have kids in the care of the schools, the schools are responsible for making sure they have tools and resources and things in place. Bullying, we are coming now up to the month of October, and
That's
this is
right.
the
That's right.
anti-bullying month. And, we addressed it in that month. We address the Christian community all year round, but we see where it is devastating, in schools where kids, have been bullied. You have cyberbullying where kids, feel the need to help, destroy and torment and torture children. When children are being bullied, they come to school and they are not able to adapt. They don't want to do their work a lot of times. Sometimes they're suicidal. Sometimes you'd be surprised how many kids like may actually cut themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is right underneath your nose.
Right underneath
These
your
things,
nose. Yeah.
symptoms, and a child is going to show you how unhappy they are in some way or another. And so like we said, make sure that things are in place, make sure the staff is in place, ready to look and observe. It's no excuse for bullying and things like that, abuse and harassment to
That's right.
breed in schools and places like that. And so, for that reason, we need to make sure that our staff and teachers and everybody are on point. And the school system has resources to address these problems that are in the schools.
And parents, make sure that you're not in denial when someone is trying to reach out to help you. When someone's trying to say they recognize stuff, recognize this, don't be in denial. Say, no, he ain't like that. I didn't see that. Because sometimes, our children, once they get out of your face, they do 990 things different than they would do in your face. So, if you know that that child is acting out of character, want to fuss and want to fight, well, where did he get that from? Is there a lot of fussing in your house? Are you fighting in your house? And because he eat what he sees what he eat. So if you doing it, guess what he's going to do? He's going to do the same thing that you're doing.
Well, we approach this new year, Mr. E. We have to care for every child's mental health. It should be a priority. Every child deserves to have a successful academic year, and by equipping young people with mental health support, we are setting them up for a healthy and
Yeah,
brighter
yeah,
future.
yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Going to school healthy and strong.
That's right.
Commit to making back to school transition, physical and academic readiness, and mental preparedness. Don't leave that part out.
That's right.
Look, my grandson, I talked to him on yesterday. He had the nicest shoes, the sneakers, and the clothes, and they got the flyest backpacks. But don't forget, it's all about readiness. It's not. It's about looking good, but also the mental preparedness, making sure they are strong mentally, making sure they can survive in an environment with so many children, so many characters and spirits. Making sure they can make it through a year healthy and strong.
And if you go into a school closet somewhere as you travel and you see uniforms that, some children, that they have, that the school closet loves to have your extra uniform for just in case of accident. And some children may not could afford to wear some uniforms. And so you got some uniforms out there. Make sure you take them back to school and say, listen, I decided that I want to buy some children some uniform so they can, be uh, uh, in uniform and dressed appropriate, and they won't have to worry about their name being scandal or their clothes not looking good and fresh.
Absolutely. Well, we want to thank you all for joining us. Make sure your children go to school healthy and powerful and strong. And there are plenty of resources for that. Look, come over here for a few minutes. We're going to serve a little bit of tea, and we want you to have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Happy birthday, Crystal.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to none other than FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. And don't forget, school is in session now. School is in season. Make sure your child is physical, fit, wealthy, healthy, and wise. That he be able to adapt to changes and things, and to make it a better school year. For more information about FYI, give us a call at 757-714-7861 or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com or inbox us at FYI Radio Show, Yolanda the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and Edward Everett's Facebook page. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WMVA 88.9, WGPL 1350, WPCE 1400, and Peace 95.3 FM. And have a wonderful, wonderful Labor Day weekend.
All right, all right, all right. Let's shout some folk out. We got Mr. Mark Howard up here. Mr. Mark, how you doing? He's a GM NSU versus Virginia State this weekend.
Yeah,
All
those
right,
Spartans.
man.
Yeah.
All right, so we also have Rodney Wade. We have Sheila Robbins. Hello, beautiful. And the nice girl, how are you? Who else? Good morning, Monica Martin. Monica, put your link up there for your business. And let everybody come and assist and support you and what you're doing. God bless all of you all that are up there. We are looking out for the youngins. They're back in school. We want to make sure they go back to school healthy and strong, Mr. E.
That's right.
We know there are a lot of problems when it comes to children and the school system and families. Like I said earlier, it's a big thing now. The elephant in the room is the fight with the school, the law, and LGBTQ. And like I said, regardless of what a child wants to identify as or a parent, you got to make sure the children are safe.
That's
You
right.
got to make sure that even though they may seem different, you can't have folk unprotected. Somebody may say, "Well, I identify as this." Well, then somebody may allow people to hurt them and taunt them and bully them, and that's not the way it should be. It's a thing of educate all our kids, educate our staff, and let them know that each child has a right to be treated fair, to get an education, to be healthy and strong.
That's right, Miss Hinton. You're most certainly right. All our children, regardless of
Yes.
what they be, LGBTQPSON, or whether they go to be this, and this, make it your business to educate your child, that they wouldn't, look down upon them, and let them know that they also has some issues along with them so they can be prepared to deal with it. And don't
Yes.
forget to check your child backpack daily. Daily.
Yes.
Daily check your child backpack. And if you got a pistol or anything in your home, make
Yes.
sure you got it safely put away. There are surveys going out now that the schools are sending out that's asking you if you have a weapon in your home.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Make sure you are, keeping those things locked up. Mr. E, you gave us that information. Was it Wednesday about the guns and what people should? What was that you told us? That was real good information. That you would have to fill out
That's right.
information
That's
on
right.
what kind of weapons you have at home,
That's right.
right?
That's right. Miss Hinton, like they said, if you got guns at home, they're sending you this information where you can communicate with the schools, where you can let the schools know and the people know that you have a firearm in your home. And if you got a firearm in your home, what they want to do is make sure it's safely put away. Make sure, and they're taking surveys so Johnny might not get his hands on it, and in Booker T. Washington High School, what they're doing, Miss Hinton, they're not allowing the children to use their lockers.
What?
Yeah,
Tell us more.
They don't want them children to use lockers because of transporting and putting stuff in their lockers and saying somebody else put it in there. So they're not changing, going to the locker rooms now. They're trying to keep the halls just as safe as possible and keep paying. Now, also yesterday when I was at another school, that they was doing this, surveying the land, searching the land. They were searching the grounds. When children come in out of school, come into school in the morning, they got a team that will run across the fields that is looking for in and everything that's been left behind, like drugs, somebody who's selling drugs. Well, they might tell somebody it's underneath the light switch. All they are the meter box. And the meter box might be to the left side of the school. All they have to do is go to the left side of the school, they make the transition. And so what they're doing now is stopping all of that. But no drugs are being kept in school and no firearms are left on the premise.
Absolutely. Miss Claudette Lewis, how are you, young lady? Mr. E, on my chat, on my laptop, I can't pull them up. Is there any way you can just click on those that are chatting with us? If you can, I'm not sure if you can, but for some reason, I have it on my phone, those that are on, but I can't click on so I can see them in the chat here on my desktop. But anyway, look, keeping children safe is key. Now, my grandson, he's going back on Tuesday, and he's being prepared mentally. He's being prepared physically. The routine from summer to school year has changed. He's got to get his rest. He's got to, some of the games and things like that got to be put aside so he can do homework and things like that. He's not allowed to be on certain things until maybe the weekend. And, it's serious business. This is his job. This is what he has to do. He's in the fourth grade now, and he's got to now come up to another level. That means he has to concentrate on gaining new information that for fourth grade kids. So, we got to help our children adjust to a new environment, more work, a new job. Then when they come up to school, each grade is a new job.
That's right. Just like I tell Treasure, I said to Treasure, I said, you got 4 more years now. You're in high school. You got 4 more years, and you can either make the choice to go to college or get into the working world. You'll be a grown woman in 4 more years, and you can push yourself through this to be successful. Even though that's her first year in high school, not in private school, but in real school. So she said she's liking it, and she's going to try to play volleyball. So you want to encourage your children. You want to encourage these babies out here, and then you want to also encourage other folks that they can make it also.
Absolutely. So look, you all, there are plenty of resources to go to. Just Google, some of the things for safety and that kids need to have in the schools. What's happening in the programs in your school. We have Bristol Community Development Corporation as a young women achievement success program, recruiting girls 10 to 17 years old. Put them in great, activities and the positive things. Let me know if you all are interested in having your girls be a part of the program. We're in Chesapeake, Virginia. And we're going to be starting soon, and we're going to be promoting our anti-bullying rally, which is one of the projects for Young Women Achieving Success. So if you want to get in touch with me, you can call 757-287-6792, or you can email me at crystalcommunity@cox.net, and that's CRISTO community@cox.net, and inquire. I can send you the brochure, I can send you information, and you can also get the QR code so you can register your young lady.
And that's what it's all about, Miss Hinton. As you said something that let's say, put your child in an after school program, in a great after school. See, a lot of people take their children over to the center, YMC center, or to the after school program, and they're running around.
Yeah.
But wow, put your child in a program where it can be constructed, where it can have some teachers, someone to help to teach them as role models and help them to learn. Because they after you get out of school, they'll get their homework done. When they come home, all you have to do is make sure they did it. Parents, do this for me. Make sure you understand the work that your child is doing.
Yes,
If
absolutely.
you had to take a day off work and go down to the schoolhouse and learn the math, it's the same math that you did. One plus one
Really?
is two, but they doing it and teaching it in a different
They
fashion.
sure are.
It's the same old math. It equals to that, but you cannot teach your child the way that you learn math. You got to help them to learn the way it's been designed for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. So look, you all check out online the things, resources, and everything like that. Make sure your kids get everything they need to be healthy and strong.
And
Mr.
watch out for bullying.
E,
Yeah,
yes, and we'll be talking about that this month as well. We're
that's
coming
right.
up to our anti-bullying campaign rally coming up soon. Our resources online. You all can get the game Bullvic. Bulvic. Those that have Androids, go to your Google Play Store, get that game. It has an anti-bullying theme. It's a great game. Also, those that have the iPad and the iPhone, you can go to apple.com,
Yeah.
put in Bulvic, Bulv as in victory, IC. Get the game. Let your children have something real positive beside a whole lot of shooting and killing. Come on now. And you all you will see it's good for the family, for the schools, and for the young. It's a really great game. Also, bullying is right underneath your nose. Is online. It's an ebook. It's a hard copy. It is a what do you call it? A audible book as well. You can Google wherever books are sold. You can get it. Bullying is right underneath your nose by Yolanda Hinton, and the Diary of a Former Bully will be here as well before October. It'll be online, so make sure you all go to our website, www.bullvicacademy.com. Get the links. You can get the links there, and you can also buy, get the games, the books, find out about the anti-bullying rally and everything that we're doing with this wonderful curriculum that's coming up as well. And just support us for the community. We need to do some things about bullying and great programs for our children, positive things so they can be strong, healthy, and
And we
wise.
need to change the environment. We need to change how our community is being run. So, hey, look, you got all the tools that you need. Don't just get the tools and let them sit in your box. Use the tools that you got out there. Remember, bullying is right underneath your nose. That's written in English and in Spanish. And there's an audible book also where
Absolutely.
you can hear it. If you can't read, you can hear it
Yes.
and get clear understanding. So all the tools that you need, all you got to do is pick up the telephone and make that call or inbox and say, look, I want the tools so I won't be able to recognize what's going on in my community because I really want to take my community back. And
Yes,
the
so
way
you
you
can
take your
recognize. Yes.
and the way you take your community back, way you take your community back is you getting involved in your community, not
Absolutely.
being afraid to sit on your front porch, not being afraid to walk around in the neighborhood in your circle or your cul-de-sac, but being able to say this is not supposed to be here
Yes.
because this is not supposed to be there and make the change.
Absolutely. Some upcoming shows. We'll have sports talk coming, and our After Dark show. We're going to give you information on that this weekend. And also, don't forget to follow us on our pages. Don't
Yeah.
forget to subscribe. Go to YouTube, Crystal Records One. Go to Mr. E's page, Edward Everett, Yolanda Hinton's page. On Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, on all social media platforms. We need the numbers. We need your support. Also, again, Young Women Achieving Success. We're recruiting young ladies 10 to 17. Please, if you know young ladies that need to be in a program, if they need a sisterhood, if they need to be mentored, if they need to be well rounded, we are working very hard to have a wonderful school year. We're partnering with some of our content programs with Miss Veronica McMillan. It's just a wonderful program, and you can get more information. You can inbox me, or you can go to Young Women Achieving Success on Facebook and get information about how you can register. Okay, Mr. E is going to tell you how you can be a special guest sponsor and intern with FYI Radio Show.
If you'd like to be a special guest sponsor or intern in the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, all you have to do is pick up the telephone and give us a call. It's 757-714-7861. Our inbox is at Ed Whatever's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton Facebook page, FYI Facebook page, or email us at FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com. That's it.
Yes.
That's how you do it. Just give us a call.
Miss Valerie Watson Anderson, how are you? All you all that are up here, thank you for joining us. If I didn't call your name, I didn't mean to, pass you by, but I see some names that are popping up, and we want to say thank you, bless you, thank you for your support. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Labor Day, enjoy your Labor Day, and get yourself in a good space. Be blessed, and we'll see you soon.
Two up, two down. Yeah.